Hello and welcome to the Kiveton Waters YouTube channel. So I've failed already because the plan was to get these videos out every single Friday for you, and it is now Monday. That is because on Friday I fell in the lake. So those that know me, I fall in the lake quite a bit, but when it's this cold it's time to go home and get changed. We were doing a little bit of fishery maintenance work around the islands and things. Stood on a big boulder that was in the lake that I've now took out, and as I've just stood on it, my foot's gone, I've gone under, and everyone had a good laugh. I was freezing and wet through, so fortunately nobody filmed it, otherwise I would show you a little clip, but there's no video evidence of me falling in the lake other than we are now a few days late on the little fishery update. Some good news: on Thursday we stocked a load more fish into Acorn Lake. I'll put a little video up for you. Stunning little fish. I'm in a very fortunate position that Embryo have a few stocked ponds, and basically the specimen carp anglers grade through, one of our top Embryo boys, Rich Holden, he grades through all these fish and picks the absolute beautiful stunners out. They all look the same to me. And they take the beautiful stunning fish, just a small number, to grow on to be great massive things in the Embryo specimen carp lakes, and then all the lesser looking ones that we don't mind catching, they all come to me. So there is a load more carp gone into Acorn Lake. So anyone wanting a few bites this winter, Acorn should provide some great sport. Well, that's some great news for the fishery. Few other little updates. Saturday turnouts on the open matches haven't been great, so what we're going to trial now, because the silverfish matches have been doing quite well, we are now going to try for a few weeks a silverfish match on a Saturday instead of the normal open. So any silverfish anglers out there that can't get midweek, there is now a Saturday silverfish match for you to come and have a go. They've been great fun. And yeah, we'll see when we talk through the results from last week in a minute. You'll see there's been some great nets of silverfish. So we'll just try something different. The Sunday matches have been really popular. That's the start of our winter league. They're doing really well. So we'll leave Sundays as they are. But definitely on a Saturday, hopefully we'll get a few more anglers coming, trying to catch a nice net of silverfish. Right, let's run through some results for you. So last Tuesday, absolute banging form, Mr. Martin. I was sat here last week telling you he just won 3 matches in a row. He's now won 4 in a row. Drew the opposite end of the lake to what he did the week before. Peg 2 on roses. A good peg, but no one's caught off it for a long time. And managed to catch £90, 15 ounces, which is absolutely mega. I think he's been accused of whistling the carp and they're just coming to him at the minute. So Martin, banging form, 4 Tuesday matches wins on the bounce. Do we think he can do 5? I don't know. John Sanderson last winter on the over 50s winter league, he managed to win 4 in a row. So Martin's matched in there. Can he go 5 in a row? We will see. We'll find out tomorrow. So mega well done, Martin. Winning 4 matches in a row, no matter how good you are, is not easy. So that's awesome. Moving on to the over 50s, so I didn't work last Tuesday, so I didn't get to see Martin catch them, but I was here Wednesday morning and it was -4. So I rocked up expecting a little bit of cat ice in the margins, maybe a few of the calmer areas of the lakes to have some ice on them, but the whole complex was frozen. So I think everybody got caught out Wednesday morning. Anyone on the bank last Wednesday definitely caught a few anglers out. A good bit of ice everywhere. So I put the aerators on, managed to clear a few pegs, but as we can imagine, most of the over 50s crowd decided to give it a miss. So we had a little 5 peg knock up instead of the full proper match. But what was great to see is even though the lake was frozen and we had to put the aerators on and the anglers around the aerators, which anyone that knows about fishing through ice, you don't actually want to draw near an aerator because that mixes all that cold water up, and it's not always great. But they all had plenty of bites, and everyone that fished actually caught some fish. So it's great for the fishery. Robbo managed 11 pound of little roach and skimmers, which is fantastic, and he won the little knock-up. Robbo had won the week before as well, I think, so technically that's 2 Wednesdays on the bounce for Robbo, so he's absolutely banging form as well. Yeah, crazy. So I left the fishery Wednesday night, completely frozen over at 4:30. Come back Thursday morning, and it's 12 degrees. So -4 one day, 12 degrees the next. But the water definitely hadn't warmed up. We had our Silverfish Open match on Eves Lake, and some chap managed to win it with £16.6 of lots of smaller fish for a change on Eves. Rather than a net of the big skimmers, I managed to catch quite a lot of little roach and smaller skimmers and perch. I did end up getting 3 bigger skimmers, I think, but caught lots of these other little fish, absolutely loads of bites. I think I had well over 100 fish, so a cracking day's fishing. The wind spoilt it a bit that day. I had it slightly over my shoulder on peg 5 on Eves. Big southwesterly, peg 5 on Eves, it just comes over your shoulder. But I was looking opposite me, there was Shane Crompton, Kaylee Dowd and Roy Butterfield, all with the wind sort of in the face and blowing them round. And I could just see them struggling like this. The wind absolutely destroyed the day for them anglers, unfortunately. But they still all caught loads of fish, and it was mega tight. I think Roy had £11.11, Kaylee had £11.7, and Shane had £12.7. So, you know, mega tight. Just I had a feeling that all them pegs were probably worth £20, but they just physically couldn't hold the pole. So the wind spoiled it a bit, but still a fantastic match on Thursday. Saturday, there was only 4 of us on the match, which is why I've now decided that Saturdays we're going to trial the Silverfish Opens on a Saturday for a few weeks, just see how we go. And to be fair, it was near enough a Silverfish match anyway, because Simon Foster on peg 8 on Eves has fished the pole all day with maggots and micro pellets and had a cracking net. He's had 32 pound of silverfish, lots of little tench, crusions and skimmers. I must say that the crusion carp we put in Eves are absolutely amazing. We put them in sort of this big last winter. They're now all 8 ounce a piece and they're just amazing fish. And it's not uncommon to maybe catch 10 or 12 little crusions in a match. You know, which is, so 8 ounce a piece, catch 10 of them, it's another £5. So yeah, Simon Foster, I was watching him all day. He caught, had a bite of chuck near enough for the full match. Had an amazing day's fishing. So well done, Simon, you fished a great match. And then Saturday was the Open Stroke Winter League. As I explained last week, we run the Winter League as part of the Open match as well. There's no joining fee, everyone's just automatically entered into it. A peg that hasn't coughed a weight up yet for a long time, peg 28 on roses, which in winter we use a little bit as the end peg normally. That's round sort of the far arm. Can be a very good peg in winter, one that generally people don't want to draw, but it can be amazing. And Steve Twigg has had £93 off it to win the match. So brilliant performance, Steve. And I'm sure, as Kiveton works like this, everyone on tomorrow's bomb and feeder match will want to draw peg 28 on roses, but it will probably be one from peg 5 or 6 or something, because that's just how this fishery tends to be. One peg doesn't dominate, but doesn't surprise you now and again when pegs like peg 2 for Martin Edis and peg 28 for Steve Twigg throw a big weight up sometimes. But it's great to see in the last week we've had a couple of weights of £90. We've had some big silverfish weights of over £30. So even though we've had a lot of cold weather, a lot of rain, you know, there's still in areas there's plenty of fish to be caught, and definitely plenty of silverfish to be caught as well for anglers that like that. And it looks like some of the carp will be shoaling up a little bit, so it wouldn't surprise me now to see sort of £100 plus winning quite regular on roses. As we've had £90 win the last couple of bigger matches on there. Yeah, won't surprise me to see a few bigger weights. But we'll see what tomorrow's bomb and feeder match brings. Just a reminder for those of you wanting to fish any matches at Kiveton, please remember you must book on before 6 o'clock the day before. Because we've had it in the past, we're not a big fishery. If we're all planned for, say, 30 anglers and another 5 turn up on the morning that aren't booked on, it just sort of messes all the pegging and everything up. So we don't allow anyone to join on the morning. You must be booked on by 6 o'clock the day before. You can either call the fishery phone or leave a comment on here or on Facebook, and we'll book you on the match. And for all the pleasure anglers out there, just a reminder, as we said at the start of the video, Acorn Lake's received another big stocking of small carp, plenty of bites to be had on there now, and some great fishing. So I will try and get another update out on a Friday as promised. Hopefully I won't fall in the lake again, and I'll be able to get that done for you. But this is coming out on Monday, a few days late. Hope you all have a great week's fishing, and I'll see you on the next one.